Hi there. Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry chronicles the adventures of two former Texas Ranger captains, Augustus Gus McCrae and Captain Woodrow Cole. And these guys are like chalk and cheese. Woodrow talks very little, has got a very strict work ethic, drives himself very hard, and is a hard taskmaster to others. Whereas Gus likes a drink, is very loquacious, very outgoing, likes to spend his evenings in the saloon playing cards and dallying with the town prostitute. So at the start of the book, they operate a ranch, Hat Creek in Texas, and Woodrow gets into his head the idea of one last adventure, driving a herd of cattle north to Montana. And he's heard stories, and he thinks it would be financially a good venture, but also it would be one really last thing to do together in their lives. So he persuades Gus, and then they assemble the cowhands and the herd and the horses and set off. And the book really goes into all the characters, the Mexican cook, and one of their old compadres, Jake Spoon, has turned up, and he takes Lorena, the town prostitute, with him, and all sorts of things happen. And on the way, they face drought, they face rivers in flood, they face Indians, they face outlaws, and it's a real adventure. And during the book, and it's a rather thick book, you get to know some of the backstory of Woodrow and Gus, their earlier adventures as Texas Rangers, fighting the Comanche, and the Comanche were terrifying. If the book is to be believed, they were masters of guerrilla warfare in a way, and most of the guys who fought them were terrified of them. So it's a terrific read. It really is. Larry McMurtry is a brilliant writer. You really get to know the characters, and you get to know the times, the lifestyle, how people lived then, their attitudes, how they spoke, and you really get to like these two guys and realize the depth of their friendship. Now, it was made into a TV series, and I think it was the first kind of blockbuster series that I ever watched back in the days of VHS tapes. Terrific, and the casting was absolutely spot on. Robert Duvall as Gus McCrae, Tommy Lee Jones as Woodrow Cole, and other cast members. Danny Glover was in it. Lots of other people. Chris Cooper. Very faithful to the book. Very long. I think it's 7 hours maybe. Filmed very well, with the sweeping locations of the cattle drive. And they did a TV sequel, Return to Lonesome Dove, which was very good, but it wasn't based on Larry McMurtry's work. It was nevertheless, it was good, and John Voight was in it. So then Larry McMurtry wrote a sequel, Streets of Laredo, which takes place many years later, and that too was made into a TV series with James Garner playing Woodrow. And there's some terrifying, monstrous characters in it. Mox, the man burner, for example. And one thing Larry McMurtry does is he is absolutely ruthless with his characters. Even the main characters, the people that we grow to like, and some terrible things can happen to them, just like in real life. So then he produced two prequels, Comanche Moon and Dead Man's Walk, and these two were made into a really good TV series. So the whole thing's there. I started obviously with the original book. Some people suggest you read them in chronological order, which would make sense. And then you've got the TV series, which are all still available to watch as well. The whole thing is terrific. I've just found out he's written another book about the West, which I've just bought on Kindle, and I'm really looking forward to reading that as well. So fantastic body of work, and it's given me many countless hours of enjoyment.